invalidates or it can invalidate armor. Striking the poleaxe can cause break, maim. So striking play is again in a way that wasn't in with the sword in two hands, other than the palm strikes. So I can have my posta of the poleaxe. I have my serpent. My serpent. I have my horse too. I have my fenestra on the right with the refuse on the left. Against the poleaxe, I can receive cuts. So in those poses, I'm going to defend those cuts. I can remain at the gioco largo, the poleaxe, by defending the cuts and recut. So she gives me a strike. Fine. Strike on that side. Sure. Here. Didn't switch my hands like that, yeah? Okay. Against the thrust, I can deal with it like a sword. So the first play of the poleaxe is an exchange of, well, it's a breaking of the points, either from a cut or from a thrust. Giving me a cut. I didn't show the dog, but I just showed it. So there's the breaking of the point. If I'm close enough to it, step, and hit with the spike. Let's do that on this side. So he shows a trip, so he can put the poleaxe through here. And he shows, stay there, getting behind here. I'm tripping here.
That's nasty.
Now, I have to.
We only need to see that once.
I have to fight for that position because it is close. But when I'm in there close, I can do that. I can also get a middle key. So we're here at the cross. And she let go. So no, that's fine. If she lets go, then I have to switch to other things. Right? I have a half sword. Like the spear, I can shorten it. Put it in here. Do whatever I have to. Okay. I can get lower keys as well. So let's come from this side. There's my lower key. And I can also get my keys and my turnings high with the poleaxe, like the sword. So let's cross on this side. In. Here's my lower key. So let's go, then I'm free to continue cutting. I can exchange the point just like the sword. So give me a thrust. Fine, putting it into a point. And do all the wrestlings and my crossings and other things. And just like with the sword, if we're at a crossing. If she pushes me to the right, I'm coming in the bottom. If she pushes me back, I'm coming on the side. But, as Cal always reminds me, we're not rowing a boat, so the transition coming across is not wide like this. The transition is strict to your posta. So here it is. So strict to here, right? Or strict to here. Okay. I may roll the boat later, but I'll try. And last, of course, we have the dirty tricks. Fiore talks about all the dirty tricks in his book. Maybe there's the other ones he means are fixing the balls and using balls and a bunch of things. But in the poleaxe, he has two dirty tricks. He has one, he has a poleaxe that has a flail head on it. So we don't have one here, but it's got a chain and a weight on the poleaxe. So out of measure, I'm going to throw the chain on her legs and then try to trip her up. He also describes a hollow poleaxe that's full of poison, caustic poison, that you can make with plants native to typical weeds and things, native to northern Italy and southern Austria. And you fill the poleaxe up with it, and when they come to a cross, the powder shoots into his eyes, and whether he's armored or unarmored. And she screams, and I laugh at her. Or hit her in the knee or something. So much for the poleaxe. Okay. Then we have the spear. Though you can strike with the shaft of the spear, it's not as effective as the poleaxe. And it's the point and the iron shod butt that are the operative parts of the weapon. So I'm going to try and put those in different high posters. Are 3 on the right. Yeah, with 2 before the arrow. Gate. In all cases, give him a thrust, I'm going to cross it, and we need to step in. So, give him a thrust. Start. Yeah.
You want the same thrust?
Yep. Okay.
Can you show the finesse one again? Sure.
Yes. There's no reason why I can't do these from the other side as well, but he hasn't shown the closest one on the other side. If she puts my spear point aside, I'm going to strike with the butt. If I miss the butt, come in here, do all my throws. Same with the sword and the half sword. I can get all my turnings in the same way. So she comes to me, she sets me aside. You can come in.
Hang on to it this time.
So here, you come in and get my turning. I want to try and get it one more time. Is it? There it is. I'm trying to get the point on her arm. There it is. Okay? I can get my middle keys and my lower keys. So I'm going to thrust. Set it aside. Okay. And all the things we've seen. Yes?
What does Fiore say is different about the person on the left side than the right side? What is he said with the kings and the second? What is that?
I don't remember exactly what he's talking about. I would say, if I had to guess, you mean the spear post is on the left side?
Yeah, so what can they do differently than the right side? That's the difference in the action.
Well, if I'm on the left and they're not, and we're not matched on our sides, then they can resist with their structure. So when you stay on the, so here I am. You can give me that thrust. Right. So here we go. Let's do it again. So she can resist stoutly with that in the way that she couldn't before. And also, I have to cross to her inside. You come here, and that's dangerous. So if I was going to go on the left, I would have to ensure she's on the left as well. I guess the last part of the manuscript is the mounted section. I could jump in Ariel's back, but well,
that would be appropriate.
It would be.
It's actually pretty easy to demonstrate the mounted plays by briskly walking past one.
Sure. So in brief, we'll keep this here. I'll go over them in brief. Keep in mind that I've only written.
Just give us the high points and principles.
Sure. So it's the same stuff we've seen before. If I'm on the left and I receive something, I put it to the right. If I'm on the right and I receive something, I put it to the left. Yeah. Go ahead.
So, this way?
Yeah. Here I am. Same with the sword. So keep the spear. So he has the sword resting on his arm. So she comes in. Killer. I can also do the same on this side, although it's better passing on the right than it is on your left. One. Again. Right. When I'm passing on the right, I have my grapplings. I can't show this, but it's awesome. I can take the horse's head and take its bit and pull it straight up, and ride my horse in perpendicular to it and throw the horse with the bit. I can also, as I'm riding, here. So as I'm riding, I can also, drive my horse here. Drive my horse this way and get her into this position, and I can throw her off the horse with a clothesline. I can also grab her stirrups and dump her from the horse as well. But all these things are they're the same things that we do on foot, just on horseback, with the added difficulty that you're controlling an animal whose will is not your own. And also, the last play, which is very Fiore, is this one. You have a sword? Yeah. Or whatever. So she's on horseback, and she's running away to her fortress. Run away to you. Turn like you're running away to your fortress. So I'm going to go. She's a rascal, and I'm going to stab the rascal up to the armpit and kill the rascal before they can get away, because that would be cool. And that is much the art of armoured. Fiore says that there's more in the art of armoured that can be written. However, learning the content of that book, of that manuscript, will give you at least a solid understanding of its foundation. And unless it hasn't been made explicit already, the entire manuscript is together in a seamless whole. There is no separation of sword and dagger and grappling, wrestling, whatever. It's just fighting. And it's fighting in Fiore's way. And the weapon in your hand will alter the circumstances, but the fighting is the same. And the actions are the same, and the attitudes are the same. And yes. And, thank you to Fiore for writing it down. And we will try and remember him as he wishes.
Do you have anything else that you wish to ask?
I'll listen, guys.
David, do you have anything?
Yes.
Okay, so you'll Bo would listen to his question.
Okay. How do you handle this from the student who thinks they know more than the teacher and someone else? How do you handle that problem?
It's a good question. You can do one of three things, and you'll decide to do one of those three things based on the disposition of the student. One, you can tell them, you can talk to them later about it, and then after class in private address their issue. Asking them, of course, in the moment to drop it, so we can pick it up later. The second way is to say, okay, do that thing, and then perform actions against them that show them that they're incorrect, or at least impress upon them that they know much less than they do, which may include throwing them to the ground, demonstrating plays that follow from that, trying to right there impress upon them that they're in a school and they're being taught by a teacher. And not only is it detrimental to question the teacher while the lesson is going on, but it's also detrimental to have a state of pride in your heart when you're in school that will cause you to reject and question teaching during class. The third way is to have a rational conversation with them, to meet them with their objection, and to say, well, you might think that, but actually the manuscript, because of this reason and that reason, it's like this. each of these methods is it's appropriate for a certain disposition of student, and you will, and as you know the student, you will address it appropriately. Finally, if there's a student who has first stepped in at the SAL, this is a gross injustice and misdemeanor of the student to do, and immediately taking them aside and impressing upon them their action is important.
So okay, so at this point we'll take a break, provide sufficient time to arm.
Okay.
You should be armed at all points, ready to receive attacks from the weapons that you have.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll have a break. Let's clear the mats from the floor.